Hello everyone, it is Nancy here, and this video is titled Goodbye VIP Kid. And it's the end of a chapter, and I keep thinking of that song by Semisonic when he says, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." And I'm so excited for the future, although this is a bittersweet video to make and part of my life, where I say goodbye to a chapter and it opens up the door and the windows and all the good things for other opportunities and a little bit of a pivot and new direction that I will be going. This video is not for gossip. This video is not for to come and nitpick every word. If you're here to just hear for the drama or the gossip, I just ask that you don't watch the video. Just leave. It's not for that. It's not to scroll through the comments and see the hate. It puts a terrible vibe, and just that's not the purpose of this video. This video is to hopefully inspire. I've been inspired by many of you as I've been listening this past month and learning from many of you. I've been so inspired, and I hope that I can pay that forward. My goal in moving forward, when I kind of put a pause on everything and it gave me a moment to really focus on what truly matters, focus on my faith, my family, myself, helping others, I realized that it's so important to continue to help and serve and progress. Those are so important, and I plan to continue to do those on this channel. I plan to continue to do those in my life and with those that I'm surrounded with. So let's jump into the content of this video. All of my contracts with VIPKid were terminated. They were, this happened in July of 2020, and if you're unsure of what took place, what's the story, what happened, what in the world? I have been teaching for VIPKid for 4.5 years, and I have been part of kind of the beginning, and I've been able to participate in video content. I've been a brand ambassador. I've been to China and visited my students. I've been so blessed, and I'm so grateful. I've been a top recruiter. I've been able to help thousands of teachers to start teaching online with VIPKid, and it has been an amazing journey. I am so grateful. Not for 1 second do I regret any of it. I'm so grateful. And so as my contracts were terminated, if you do check out my Instagram, it's Hey Nancy Taylor, if you're unsure on the story or what took place. I'm going to read the email to you, which is kind of, it might bring up some emotions. It makes my heart beat really fast to read it, because when I initially read it, I mourned. I was pretty sad. But it was a moment of clarity. Like, after I read it and after everything happened, it was like a moment of absolute clarity on you are exactly where you need to be. As I talk about the spiritual part of things, I get emotional. Just know that if I bring up anything about faith, and this has been a very spiritual experience, so I will touch on it and I will talk about it, but that's when I will get emotional, just so you know. Here's the email. My camera had just died. It says, as noted in our first email, while we understand that your intentions with this picture from 2010 may not have been to cause harm to the community, please be aware that this picture, among other recent pictures and videos, are racially insensitive. VIPKid does not tolerate any form of racism or discrimination, and these are matters that we take very seriously. And then it says, we acknowledge your apology that you shared on your Instagram page. However, aligned with our commitment to build a diverse, inclusive, and welcoming community, please note the following next steps. So there's 3 things. The first one is your teacher and affiliate contract has been terminated, effective immediately. And number 2, your brand ambassador contract expired on 6/30/20. It will not be renewed. I believe they phased out of that brand ambassador program. I don't think any contracts were renewed. And number 3, VIPKid is in the process of removing all and any content that you have created from our social channels, website, within our teacher portal. That's gonna be a lot of work. I did have to go back through my YouTube. Anything that was a brand ambassador video, it was owned by VIPKid, so I had to delete that. Now my content is, as far as content that is about VIPKid that's created my own, that content will continue. I believe that it's going to continue to help people. If I have VIPKid tips, or if I have like a mock class walkthrough or something like that, it will stay on my channel to hopefully help people and continue to serve them in that way. I think that VIPKid took this very seriously. I don't think that it was just like, oh yeah, a light decision. I am grateful that they were aware of all of the teachers, the company as a whole, in making this decision, and that they treated it just like any other teacher. I think that that's how it should have been treated, and I'm grateful that they did that. It's a bummer, of course. It's a bummer. It hurts. It's kind of one of those moments when you want to ask, like, why did this happen to me? Or you want to question what were the intentions of those sharing these images, or what would have happened if this person had just reached out to me personally and I had handled it that way. It's easy to go down that route, but it's not beneficial. It's not going to help you to move forward and to continue to gain more knowledge and wisdom. I think that the best thing is to think of, what was my part in this? What can I do better? What can I learn? And what can I share with others? And that's my goal moving forward. I hope like crazy that a lot of good can come from this. And I know that it can. I know that when you have a platform, when you have people listening to you online, even though I'm filming just to a camera here, it's kind of like exhilarating because I know that there's others listening. I mentioned that this was a very spiritual experience, and I think that there's no better way than to rely on God in this kind of situation where I was seeing a lot of contention. I was feeling, even inside myself, I would read through the comments and I would just kind of get quick to anger or point fingers or that's not fair, how dare they, or just a very negative vibe. And I came to find that when I was trying to please every comment, you didn't apologize correctly, you needed to say this word this way, or this image you shouldn't have selected, like I was getting feedback like crazy, and it was just like, it was bombarding, and it was really hard. And I kept thinking, I'm a people pleaser, and so I thought, well, I need to do this better. Oh, I wasn't aware of that, I should have done this better. And when I had the thought of the person I need to listen to is God, and He knows my heart, my intentions, He loves each of us, He knows each of us. It was like peace. I felt peace. I knew that I would be able to come across the right articles, books, literature, things to learn, to grow, people, conversations. I can only get out single words. Man, this is why I can't share spiritual things, is because they make me cry. You're like, oh, I thought she was crying about VIPKid. I told you it's been very spiritual. Okay, I'll just keep crying. I wanted to finish with how grateful I am for my journey with VIPKid, for the ending, the way that it took place. I'm grateful for it now. As I look back, I think this was a moment where I was able to pause and gain humility, empathy, the ability to forgive. There's a quote that I love, and he says, "As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison." I was so much more aware of quotes, scriptures, stories in the scriptures, that I was like, wow, I can really relate. Okay, so I swear that I've tried to film this so many times and get through it without crying. It's just, I guess, clear that I need to cry about it because I can't refilm this again. So I wanted just to share with you, where am I headed now? Now what's going to happen with my channel, with my platform. I planned, as I came to that moment of absolute peace, when I was focusing on listening to the Spirit, listening to that guidance, and I recognized that my plan is to continue to inspire and to help others online. And I will be creating a video next week that will share more specifics on content pieces and direction in that way. However, I know that no matter, this was the answer to my own prayer, was no matter what I do, whether it was a fitness channel, whether it was teaching, whether it was business, whatever it is, as long as I stick to my values and my integrity, my ability to help, to serve, to inspire, to generate positivity, that is all I need to focus on. And the rest will take care of itself. Now, I still believe that teaching online is such a good opportunity to get started with working online, to get started with working from home. There's so many that need work right now. There's so many that are looking for jobs, family members. I'm sure that each of you know someone that could use some extra income or could use that. And I believe that teaching online is such a great opportunity. I do have a guide. I'll link it below. It's on my website, and it has multiple companies. It has a blurb about them. It has a coach for each of them, and I plan to keep that updated so that it's just kind of all your homework and research, with having 4 years of experience with teaching online, being exposed to many different platforms, and knowing many teachers that teach for multiple platforms, getting their feedback, getting their input, making sure the information's correct. I wanted to create a tool that allowed you to find the best fit for you. one fit for one person might not be the best fit for another, and so it's kind of nice to have that resource. Again, it's linked below. Now, if you are an online teacher, if you're looking to build a YouTube channel, or you want to, maybe you want to teach independently, or you want to coach others, maybe coach adults, or maybe you want to coach students, you could do this all independently on your own platform. I have a brand new guide on how to create a profitable YouTube channel, and you can find that on my website now. I'll link it below as well and put it in the iCard. But I'm pretty excited for this. I spent a good chunk of time and I held nothing back. I really do share all the secrets on how you can generate income with YouTube. I still want to help others to make an income online. I want to help you to realize that you can do things that maybe you're putting a limiting belief on yourself, or maybe you're holding back or thinking, oh, she does it but I can't do it, or they do it but I can't do it. I want to help you to make that a reality, to make your dreams a reality, to build the life that you love. And I'm so excited to do that moving forward. I hope that you subscribe below if you want to check out next week's video, where I talk about where is this channel going, what content will be coming your way. And remember, if I share anything spiritual, I will cry. I'm just kidding. Alright guys, I'm grateful for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And for all those that are going to comment mean things, no thank you. I'm just kidding. Okay, bye guys.
It's a